nerdy dude stuff. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about plug-and-play mining, DePin, all that stuff you could do at home, passive income, blah, blah, blah. If this is your first time on the channel, please take a moment to consider subscribing, turning on the notification bell, liking this video, comment, whatever, all that stuff. Now, as promised in our last video, we talked about today that we are going to be going over more of the Lithium project and doing an unboxing from Helium Mart. So we're going to show that on screen here just a moment. As you notice, the 3D printer is not running currently, as we are taking a small little break because we just finished 3D printing this bad boy, which if you're a John Carpenter fan, you should recognize that immediately. So we're going to paint that up and have a fun little decoration around the house. And I wanted to take a little bit of break from 3D printing since this was a massive print. Anyway, what we're going to do today is get back on camera. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to pull, normally we do an unboxing where we cut away and we just go ahead and like unbox it and then we talk about it. But I'm going to do a little bit of role reversal today, try out some new things. If you like this kind of style where I give a little bit more of information before I jump right into unboxing, whatever shenanigans that I have involved, let me know in the comments below. Also, today's question of the day is what's going on with weatherxm? Let me know your thoughts and when mainnet is, because I am completely clueless, which is why I'm asking this, and I don't feel like doing any research at the moment other than just collecting my Fry tokens on my weatherxm device, but I'd like that to go to mainnet eventually, so call me out in the comments for being completely ignorant. Anyway, let's just get right into the meat and potatoes of today. As you'll see in just a moment, we are going to go over the Lithium project, a little bit of the white paper and all the information, and then we're going to do our unboxing. So if you like anything that you see in today's video, remember to always do your own research. The devices are available. We'll see which ones we have to unbox and showcase on camera, but they are available over at Helium Mart, as this is a very big project that Helium Mart is launching. And if you use the link below with the code, or you've signed up underneath and bought Helium devices or the demo, then you will save yourself a little bit, like I think like 10% or something as a Nerdy Dude Stuff affiliate. Also, we'll talk about demo later this week, but there's going to be some May shipments coming out. So if you want to get your hands on one of those, we're still actively mining on 2 vehicles. We might scoop up one more. We just haven't decided yet. You can do that as well. So we'll come back to the price point here on this screen in just a moment, but let's just kind of go over and skim some of the Lithium Network, which will download the white paper. Again, do your own research. This is lthn.org, Lithium Network, the Unified IoT Data Management Network. So this is another style network similar to all the plug-and-play devices that we've had, where there's data that is collected and then sold off to universities, places, stuff and things, which it's a really unique scenario with the Lithium Network here. So let's go ahead and download the white paper and just dive into it more. And we're not going to go through every single page here. Well, we might. We'll see how long it goes. But remember to always do your own research. We're just going to skim through the meat and the potatoes of everything here. So we are talking about the Unified IoT Data Management Network, the Lithium Network integration. Existing IoT data networks often struggle with interoperability, data silos, integration and scalability issues, monolithic infrastructure. Scalability, true. Hardware deployment, entry barrier. Most of that is supply and demand. When the entry into these products, they have waiting lists for these devices, and some people feel like the waiting lists take too long and they miss the gold rush at the beginning. Data from different heterogenical sources, data from blah, 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 blah. Infrastructure, traditional centralized architecture are prone to single points of failure, data, blah, 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 blah. We really want to get, I mean, this is like the nice meat and potatoes. They're presenting you with a problem, and we're going to talk about the solution. Now, before we keep going, I'm not affiliated with Helium Mart, you know, I don't work for them or anything along those lines. They did send me this to unbox and showcase on video, but we've been talking about Helium Mart since like we've been like doing stuff with Helium Mart since 2021. So if I sound robotic or anything like that, I do apologize. Anyway, the adoption of a large-scale community-driven network faces a classic chicken or egg dilemma. Potential users hesitate to join without a critical mass of data and network coverage. Data can't be generated without a sufficient user base, so you kind of need users to get data, and you need data collection points to get users, so on and so forth. The solution: introduction Lithium Network as a solution to the myriad challenges facing IoT networks. By leveraging blockchain technology, Lithium Network allows data exchange across disparate devices, vendors, and technologies, streamlines integration efforts, ensures seamless connectivity. The unified approach not only enhances data, blah, blah, blah. The solution, I mean, I'm just kind of skimming through everything here. So really I mean, you can go through all this on your own. So let's just freeball because I hate doing it in this style. So really what the whole thing that you can do on these is it's going to be focused on a big, like, this is the nuts, like, this is just like paraphrasing, or not paraphrasing, or just like, you know, from what I've seen and what I've looked into it, everything is going to be based off of like decentralized home security, which is very important. You're going to have an app that you're going to be able to download. You're going to connect your devices using the Lithium Network on the app. You're going to be able to connect motion sensors, leak detection sensors, like all these different devices that are going to then turn around and provide you with home security. Now here where I live, I don't use gas, but like if we talk about a leak or a gas or an air quality monitor and some gas starts leaking out because your stove or something along those lines, those sensors are going to trigger off onto the app. And I'm just giving you a very broad explanation. Let's see if there's any images on here of, okay, here's a cool one. The first use, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to pull up. So you have one of your sensors going on, and you have a bunch of people in the area that are in your community. Think of this as if, what was the best way to put it? If you have a Ring doorbell or you're part of a neighborhood, the app on there, you're always getting these notifications from people all the time saying, oh, there's helicopters in the area, oh, there's police in the area, so on and so forth. Long story short with that example is these are processes and things that we do on a day-to-day scenario anyway. So Lithium Network is kind of trying to become an incentivized scenario where you can do those same alerts and those same reportings, and you could get rewarded for it, for participation, for community posts, as well as incentivizing and rewarding people for becoming part of a community in the Lithium Network, to where, let's say, myself and my neighbors are in the same little community that we both approve of. If my sensor goes off when I'm not home and I'm not responding or anything along those lines, my neighbor can get that notification of that sensor and then proceed with certain actions, you know, to, like, if it's a fire, call fire services, you know, the firefighters, anything along those lines. Basically, if you think about it, it's really also in the same development that, like, the Helium Network was inspired by. We have these devices at our houses like Alexa, and they turn on Amazon Sidewalk, and it's providing Wi-Fi and your bandwidth and your connection for free. You're not getting rewarded for it. You're using a Ring device, you're using the neighborhood app, you're reporting these things, you're doing all this stuff for free, and you're not getting rewarded for that. So that's exactly what, not exactly, but this is pretty much what this project is looking to aim to be in the course of, you know, its life and development, which I think that's outstanding, especially because, you know, as time goes on, we're always concerned about security, and why not know that you're able to monitor and protect your assets, your house, your apartment, your belongings from everything from theft to fires to floods to all that stuff, and earn some cryptocurrency in the process, earn a passive income in the process. It's genius. So anyway, you got a bunch of sensor options: fire hazards, flood security, health, car accident, panic alert, blah, blah, blah. Remember, do your own research, skim through everything. We could talk about tokenomics and rewards whenever they get that going out here. So let's just go right into the unboxing and see what exactly we have, and then we'll go from there. All right, now that we had a brief little introduction to the project without going into too much of detail or anything along the lines, because I don't want to make this a 20-minute video, which is why we're not going to have any device setup in this video. We'll probably do another video next week with the device setup and how we can get everything prepared to start earning the rewards when the project actually does release. As of right now, if I set everything up, I wouldn't be earning rewards, but I believe their initial base is going to be like beta users, similar to weatherxm, which is why I asked the question at the beginning, to where people are setting up their devices, they're preparing, they're collecting data, they're sending off the data, to where those beta users will have a nice big jump and an incentive when the project does launch. So without further ado, let's get into our unboxing here, right here. We'll just get everything open. We do have our trusty dusty unboxing knife should we need it. So let's get that opened up, and we'll toss that envelope aside. I should have looked to see if there's any paper in there. We've got our nice little box here, nice and little sturdy, which is exciting, riveting stuff. I don't think I need any. Do I see any tape yet? No, no tape just yet. Okay, so we're gonna open up. We got some, oh, we got a bunch of devices. Sweet! What I'll probably do is actually switch myself over. These are gonna be fun. I'm gonna switch myself over to the PC screen with a little bit of larger here while we do our unboxing of all of our devices, and we can also look at the price point. So let's jump over. All right, so here we are. Hopefully you guys can see everything perfectly there. The very first item up on our list, it looks like this is gonna be our lithium open and close sensor. Let's see. Yep, it is our lithium open and close sensor. Now, Another important reason why this is also brought to you by Helium Mart is that this is all going to be based off of the Mary IoT devices. So if you have one of those devices, that's going to be what's providing you with the signal that you're going to need as well. So you want to make sure that you have one of those devices. You can purchase them from Helium Mart and make sure you use discount code so you can save yourself a little bit of money. So on the back, it's going to have a scan for installation guide of the actual device. Let's see if they all have that as well. Yep, all the devices do have a little QR code that says scan on the back. The very first one that we have here is the door open and close sensor. Let's see if we can get this box open, lickety split. Yep, okay, we do need our trusty dusty knife. There's a little bit of steel right over here. And we'll kind of just take a look at how these are going to have power and go from there. Let's try not to cut ourselves on camera as I cut towards myself. So boom, box number 1 is open. This is our open and close sensor. They all come with a little bit of double-sided tape on the back so you can stick them. And then on the inside, that is the sensor that will detect when something is open. So I would probably, this is ideal for someone like me because I do have children and they're 5-year-olds and they're obsessed with swimming. They come with little batteries as well. So they are obsessed with swimming, and on an off chance that I'm filming a YouTube video in my office and my wife maybe fell asleep in the lazy boy playing Disney Dreamlight Valley in the, oh my god, it sounded like terribly irresponsible parents. But something like this is a benefit because then if one of my kids decide to try to sneak out and go take a fun little swim because they're getting confident in their swimming abilities as 5-year-olds, I could set this on the one access that's like, you know, easily unlocked by 5-year-olds versus the like super Fort Knox sliding glass door that we have. And this could go off, send me notifications, and I can go and get my kids to get their little butts out of the pool. Up next, so that device is available to purchase for $75 excluding tax, and again, you're gonna save yourself $10, so or 10%, which should be 7.5%. Next device, it looks like we have the leak detection sensor, which this is terrible. There we go. Leak detection sensor that is available for $75. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sound like one of those Facebook LuLaRoe sales ladies that my wife used to watch. Up next, who's got a bid? What we got going? This one, pretty standard. This is all that comes in the box. So we'll have to take a look and fidget around on this one to see what we do to provide power for it. I think there's instructions in here. Are those instructions? Nope, that's the bottom of the box. Oh, well, duh. You scan the QR code for the back. So it doesn't look like is there a power source? There's a bunch of protective coating on there. So we'll scan the QR code when we actually do setups on these. But again, these will be connected to the Mary IoT. So that's available for $75. Up next, we have an air quality sensor. You guys know the channel with the air quality sensors, but this one is going to be built off the Lithium Network, completely separate. So this one does come with, it looks like, well, we've got the device to start. This air quality sensor is $159. Remember, you use Nerdy Dude stuff, save yourself 10%. Looks like we got a battery screw on the back and a little wall mount there so we can have access to it. And let's see. And it looks like it does indeed come with two AA batteries and then a little dual-sided sticky thingy to place this device. And then a wall mount that you can go ahead and set up your air quality sensor on the Lithium Network. So if you got a gas stove or anything along those lines, this is probably a good place to keep one of these devices over near the gas stove, or if you use a gas heater for your water or anything like that. It's a good place to probably put one of those. Very easy, very nice, very hideable. So, and last but not least, this is the one I'm actually most excited for. This is the motion sensor. I currently do have a Ring device on the inside of the house as well to keep track of everything. But this, and I have a Ring on the outside, but again, I'm not getting paid for those kind of things. But I also do want to have some more security around my truck just because of a string of break-ins in some of the local areas. So I wanted the motion sensor, so I'll probably mount this upside. And it's nice and it's going to be subtle and blend right into some of the white trim that I have on the house, so you won't even see it. AA batteries on the back, and that's exactly what comes with this, with another layer of sticky. And the motion sensor is available for $85 as well. And then that's all I have in this box, and I know there's another sensor right there, the lithium object locator, which is, I guess, like an air tag. So that's pretty nifty, where you can put that on your devices. I don't have that in here, but I do have these 4 devices, and we will get those set up on our Mary IoT. Woo! Anywho, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram, Twitter, Discord, preferably just Discord, and a little bit of X if you want to, but preferably Discord. That's where I'm most responsive and where I get most of the notifications as it just popped off, and I'll be happy to do whatever if you have a question. If you guys have anything or you want to talk about 3D printing, I am looking at starting a 3D printing YouTube channel here in the near future. Just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, as I just set up a Macari shop to try to get some of my prints sold and get some orders on that. And as that starts to flow, then I'll probably set up the YouTube channel where we can also watch 3D prints. Let me know if you guys want to see something like that as well. Other than that, thank you very much for watching today. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, all that good stuff. I'm O'Price, and we'll see you guys next time. It feels awkward without a beer.